Hi, I'm Eve, and my project is called Asteroid Maps. And I'll wait for it to load for a second while I explain what it is. So basically, NASA has a lot of public APIs available that let you get all sorts of information. I found one specifically for getting information on asteroids by date or by the name of the asteroid. The asteroid ID. Of course, this isn't working. But basically, when the screen eventually loads, you will get to see that it'll describe a little bit about asteroids. Specifically, they're called NEOs, near-Earth objects. And then it will, sorry. It was working earlier. Okay, there we go. So about this project, we have access to NASA's API, as I said. So here it just describes a little bit about near-Earth objects, which are comets and asteroids that have been nudged by the gravitational attraction of nearby planets. You can read it on your own time. And also a little bit about potentially hazardous objects. Not to fret, this is just NASA marks certain NEOs as potentially hazardous because they track their orbit, and then over time they can see whether they might, like a long time from now, get closer or something, but they're taking care of it, don't worry. Basically, so you can see that it loads the data for the date. So today's date, it shows the NEOs on this date by missed distance by millions of kilometers. And the size of the circles relates to like the relative size of the object. All of these are not potential hazards, don't freak out. But you can also search by, let's go to like a few days ago. So it reloads the data. Here you see a little pink circle, and when you hover over them, it also says the name of the ID of the object. And the little pink circles are like potential hazards, again, not for that day, just like in general in the future. And then you could click back and it goes back to today. So when you click on a specific circle, like, oh, this one looks really big, it does this cool thing where it highlights it in this little table. The table, by the way, links to more information on NASA's website. And it has more detailed information about that specific object. It pulls it up, so it has like relative velocity, orbiting body, and it graphs it over time. And one little bug is that if you select this one, the table changed, and this one didn't change, but it just added another graph. So it doesn't replace that graph, but it just adds a new one. So I was using D3 for this project along with React, and one of the things I learned was that they're kind of hard to get to play nice together, specifically with like animations and stuff. So I'm going to look into this more, possibly be using recharts, as Beatrix mentioned, to get it to work better, but that's my Stackathon.